So I'd like to share with you some information about Affinity Publisher. So if you're going to work on this project, you can use Designer, which we've used before, but if you've already purchased Publisher, then this is a great opportunity to explore using this Affinity tool. And here we have the screen for Publisher, and I just want to demo how you would go about using it for this project. And you can see here that there are tutorials that are available for you to explore the tools. And if you click on new document, you can go to the presets for web, and you can see here, these are the different presets. And as I've mentioned in Laulima, the sizing could be anything from 1280, that's the width, to 720, 1280 to 800, to 960 to 1024. And the format file of WXGA or XGA, those just refer to whether this is a standard responsive web page or a web page that works for DVD format, etc. So if you choose, let's say, the 1280 by 800, then you'll notice over here it's already filled in for you. The DPI is always at 72, which is for screen mode, and you want to maintain the units in pixels. And all of the rest of the presets here you don't need to be concerned with. Once you create your new document, then you can start to use this program for creating your wireframe, as well as your final web page, prototype web page. But over here, you have the tools that include boxes, which might indicate where you'd have content. And then if you want to put titles in, you can do a title. You'll notice that you have some flexibility in terms of utilizing the top menu. And you can change the size. You have to have and if you want to copy these elements, you can copy them and then duplicate them and move them over. If you hold down the Shift key, it allows you to keep the alignment with the previous elements. You can also do copy. I just use the Command C, or you can use the Edit drop-down menu. And I just use Command V, or you can use the drop-down menu. And again, if you want to keep alignment on this, just hold down the Shift key, right? And so this is a very easy way to create a wireframe. And if you want to create guidelines, which is a nice way to keep everything pixel perfect, then even before you start this process, let me just erase this, you can put guidelines out here. And the guidelines, I have rulers on under view. I've turned on the rulers so I can see them. So you can go ahead and position your guideline at, say, 100 pixels, 100 pixels, right? Maybe you want 2 columns that are 200 pixels wide, and then you want a gap of maybe 20 pixels, and then another column, right? And now this provides you with the guide for your wireframe elements. And you can either use the tool that just creates a text line. It might be too big. Center it. Oh, I can't center it. You want to center it, I think you have to. There we go. And then you can copy this and just move it right over here. You don't have to worry about holding down the shift key because you've created these guides, and notice how the elements snap into place. They're snapping to the guide. That is, you can control that by the view. So show rulers, show column guides. You can show the grid if you want to show the grid, which is another helpful element for working on a wireframe. You notice that I'm showing the grid now. And you can lock the guides after you create them, so you can't move them around anymore. In case you wanted to make sure that these guides remain where you placed them originally. And let's see, Snapping Manager. So that is a panel that opens up under view called Snapping Manager, and it says snap to guides, snap to spread. What that means is that your elements are going to have that sort of magnetic feel to them as they get close to the guideline. They're going to snap to that. Again, all of this is meant to keep everything in perfect alignment and to not have your wireframe look sloppy. So hopefully this is helpful for you if you choose to use Publisher. If you use Designer, you're not going to have all of these tools, but you could still create boxes, put text underneath the content boxes, and develop your wireframe quite easily. All right.